I'm here to visit a family of 4, and Mom and little Maisie want some healthy recipes that bump up nutrition, but maybe don't have quite as much fat and sodium as they seem to be eating. And I definitely want to involve Mom and little Maisie, the 2-year-old, in the recipe making. So come on in and let's see if we can get that done. Hi, Michele.
Hi.
So Maisie and Michele were in the famous kitchen, the famous family kitchen, and Daddy's not here. Why is Daddy not here? Where is Daddy?
He's at work.
He's at work, but we're going to tell him everything we learned today, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Michele, typically when I come in a kitchen, I kind of look for the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Okay.
And Maisie's going to help me by telling me which foods I pull out that she eats and which foods Mommy and Daddy eat, okay?
Okay.
So Michele, what is this?
Applesauce.
Applesauce is great, especially if it's unsweetened. Do you eat the applesauce?
Yeah.
Okay, and Michele, another great thing about applesauce, you can hide it into recipes. It's what we call stealth nutrition, and mommies typically need it because their kids get really picky at certain ages.
True.
So Maisie may not know that you're putting it into a meatloaf, which is a great idea, or even into muffin recipes or other batter recipes that you make. This way, she's getting wholesome nutrition, but she doesn't necessarily have to know it all of the time.
Good point.
Okay.
That's a great tip.
Maisie, who eats this?
Mama.
Mama, is this another fast food grab?
It's a quick food grab, yes.
So Mama, I would like to point out to you that this has 625 milligrams of sodium.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness is right. That's a lot of sodium per serving, and the reason why we're concerned about sodium intake is a lot of Americans are eating a lot of processed foods. They have a lot of salt. Salt raises blood pressure, the precursor to heart disease. And you probably don't realize how much salt is in a lot of those quick grab foods.
Right.
So I'm going to ask you to adopt the habit of label reading.
Okay.
See how much a serving size is, see how much fat is in the food, see how much sugar is in the food, see how much sodium is in the food, and start to do little mathematical calculations. And the first way you'll adopt a new habit is you're going to have an oh my moment where you say, I had no idea I was eating this much fat or sugar or sodium. I've got to swap it out for more foods in their natural form.
Okay.
And that would be fruits and vegetables and beans and legumes. And so we'll get there in a second, but that's the idea, okay?
Okay.
Okay, great. So let's take a look in another cabinet.
Okay.
And voila, I'm actually delighted. You have quite a supply of beans here.
Yes, we love beans.
Okay, beans are what we call meatless proteins. And we want to see people, families in particular with young children, embracing non-meat days. That way we don't get saturated fat. We get a healthy protein. Protein is satiating. Talk to me a little about the pastas up there. You have quite a little mini market of pastas up there.
Yes, I know, and rice. Well, Maisie and Kate, the 2 kids, love tortellini. So I'd never seen it dried before. Usually we get it in the refrigerator. So I figured I would try that out. I haven't tried it yet.
Okay, a couple of quick tips. If you can buy whole grain, 100% whole grain pastas, you're not getting refined white pastas, which typically lose a lot of nutrition in the processing.
Okay.
So if you can look for whole grain, 100% whole grain on the label, or the first ingredient, if you're not sure, should be a whole grain. That should be number 1 in the ingredients. Number 2, there are high protein pastas out there now. What a great way to get protein in your family on a meatless night. So you can throw the beans into a tomato sauce on top of high protein pasta. You've got a quick meal to go.
Okay.
Okay, great. So let's take a peek in your fridge, because fridges are usually the window to the soul of the family. Now, one of the things that jumps out at me is you have a lot of great food here. You have eggs, and that's, again, protein for yourself and the kids, which I love. I see milk here, and I'm going to take a peek at what is the whole milk. So I'm going to tell you a quick tip about whole milk. The new American Academy of Pediatric recommendations are, by age 1, 1.5, children should be moving towards not even 2% milk, 1% milk.
Okay.
They don't need the saturated fat.
Okay.
Give them healthy fat from soybeans, from olive oil, from avocados, from flaxseed. Give them healthy fat. They don't need heart artery clogging fat from milk. Okay, so check with your pediatrician.
I will.
But I think he'll concur with me.
We'll move into that soon.
We're moving to that soon. I would love to actually look in your freezer.
Okay.
And I'm wondering what we'll find here. The first thing that jumps out at me is soybeans. Love soybeans. And the reason is soybeans are the only bean that are what we call a complete protein.
Okay.
That means we have all the essential amino acids which we would typically find in animal-based proteins. So again, this is a great opportunity to just lay them out on the counter, on the tray, and let your daughter have a snack. Or buy the pea pod type where she pops them out, so she has fun playing with her food, and she will tend to eat the food if she's having fun.
Right, okay.
Mommy should eat them too, okay?
I do like them, I do like them.
Great, and again, that's the sort of thing that you can put into a tomato sauce. So if you're serving not high protein pasta, do the whole grain pasta, add beans to the tomato sauce, and you get the protein in.
Great idea.
And if you do soybeans, it's a complete protein.
Okay.
Okay? Let's get over to a table and let's do some quick recipes for the mom on the go.
Sounds great.
Okay, let's get going.
Okay.